Good evening. Good evening and welcome to this official opening and awards presentation of the 49th Rio Tinto Yarwun and Queensland Alumina Limited Martin Hanson Memorial Art Awards. Before we start, there are a couple of housekeeping items I need to attend to. There are restrooms on this level and downstairs at the back of the gallery. If anyone needs assistance in moving down to the lower level, there's lift access at the back here, and the gallery staff would be happy to help you. Food and drinks are not permitted upstairs in these galleries. We have to protect the artwork, so no food or drinks in these exhibition galleries. Please be aware the event is being photographed by Mike Richards and recorded by Darren Dunnett. So if you don't want to be photographed and you don't want to be recorded, maybe you shouldn't be here. In the unlikely event of an emergency and the need to evacuate the building, please follow the directions of gallery staff to the exits and to the assembly point outside. Now, I'd like to welcome Bailey Elder Auntie Patricia Coleman for a welcome to country. Patricia.
Migan Yaya Naju Ilam Gan Dal Babaran Nanu Juru Gun Bumi Guru Yura Yingan Bundan Garabinga Janagul. I'd like to acknowledge and pay respect to my ancestor Dinah, for without her strength, resilience and resistance, I would not be here today. Acknowledge and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. Acknowledge the Boyili, the Gorang and the Tarabalang Bunda people as the traditional custodians of the lands and waters where we all live, and welcome everyone to the awards night. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Patricia. I'd also like to acknowledge this evening Gladstone Regional Councillors Karen Davis and Simon McClintock, Kyle Weiss, Acting Curator, University of Queensland Art Museum and Judge of tonight's awards, Dale Linforth, Rio Tinto Yarwun Production Manager. I'd also like to acknowledge and note the presence tonight of representatives from Rio Tinto and Queensland Alumina Limited, from Queensland Energy Resources, from ConocoPhillips Australia, from the Gladstone Ports Corporation, from Gladstone Area Water Board, from Ray White Gladstone, from the Central Apartment Group, from CQ University, from Gladstone Entertainment Convention Centre, and from Multi-Trade Building Hire. As you might have guessed, they're the sponsors. There are also individual sponsors that I'd like to acknowledge, Gail Sellers and Pete and Carol Zizino, who are here tonight representing Elizabeth and Leo Zizino. Lastly, but by no means least, I acknowledge Gladstone Regional Art Gallery and Museum's curator, Claire Robinson, and the entire gallery and museum team and volunteers. I note apologies this evening from Glenn Butcher, MP, member for Gladstone, from the Mayor, Matt Burnett, from the Deputy Mayor, Natalia Muscat, and from Councillors Glenn Churchill, Karen Goodluck, Leanne Patrick, Melissa Holzheimer, and Michelle Wagner. Also note an apology from Colin Boyce, MP, member for Flynn, and from Elizabeth and Leo Zizino, from Carly Quinn, Acting CEO of the Gladstone Regional Council, from Kylie Lee, General Manager, Community and Lifestyle with the Council. I'd now like to introduce Dane Linforth, Rio Tinto Yarwun Production Manager, to speak on behalf of the naming sponsors, Rio Tinto Yarwun and Queensland Alumina Limited. Please make him welcome.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2024 Rio Tinto Yarwun and QAL Martin Hanson Arts Award. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians on the land on which we operate and we gather tonight. and pay my respects to Elders past, present and emerging, and also extend that respect to the First Nations people joining us here this evening. For 15 years, Rio Yarwun has proudly supported the Martin Hanson Art Awards, and we're delighted to continue the partnership with our close friends at Queensland Alumina. Together, we're proud to bring to life an event that not only enriches our local community, but also celebrates the incredible talent that thrives within the region. We're incredibly fortunate to be part of a community brimming with artistic talent, creativity and passion. At Rio Tinto, we value our strong connection to the region, and supporting premier local events like the Martin Hanson Awards is just one of the many ways we invest in and give back to a community that we truly appreciate. It's inspiring to witness the remarkable artists gathered here tonight, and occasions like this, I think, remind us of the unique and culturally vibrant place that we're all so proud to call home. It's inspiring to witness the remarkable artists gathered here, and personally I'd like to really recognise some of the amazing work. I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm looking around at some of these amazing sculptures. I love the nuts and bolts, but then I look at the colour in some of the paintings and I'm just so blown away with what I see. And listening to Kyle describe, some of the work that's gone into it, it just blows my mind, the talent that we're seeing here. So, look, on behalf of Rio Tinto Yarwun and QAL, I'd like to extend a heartfelt congratulations to all the artists whose incredible works have brought this exhibition to life. The event simply wouldn't exist without your passion and creativity. So a huge thank you also to the dedicated team at the Gladstone Regional Art Gallery for all the time and effort spent preparing such a wonderful exhibition and for hosting tonight's event. We appreciate everything you do and to support and nurture our vibrant regional art scene. So thank you to all, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Dane. Good to hear a mechanical engineer up here. We appreciate straight lines and organised forms, and some of this work's a bit hard for us to understand, but it's good stuff. Now, I'd like to invite Councillor Karen Davis to officially open the exhibition. Please make her welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 49th Rio Tinto Yarwun and QAL Martin Hanson Memorial Art Awards. I would like to acknowledge some special dignitaries here with us tonight, all our wonderful sponsors who make this event come off, and also my fellow councillor, Simon McClintock. The Art Awards are a highlight in our community's cultural calendar and are one of the most eagerly anticipated art awards in regional Queensland. Gladstone Regional Art Gallery and Museum is overflowing with inspirational artwork, a result of many months of preparation. Please join me in thanking the dedicated team of staff, volunteers here at the Gladstone Art Museum for their exceptional work in delivering another outstanding display and fantastic opening events. The Art Award also owes its success to the generous sponsorship and ongoing commitment from local individuals, businesses and industry that make this event possible every year. I would like to give special thanks to our judge this year, Kyle Weiss, Acting Curator from the University of Queensland's Art Museum, for accepting our invitation to judge, and I'm sure it has been no easy feat. In addition to the difficult job of judging the awards, Kyle delivered an informative floor talk and illustrated lecture this morning. Thank you, Kyle. Now, on to our artists. I would like to congratulate all the artists who have entered this year's awards. Without you, we wouldn't have such a remarkable exhibition to admire. Whether you're entering for the first time or a regular entrant, thank you for the time and your effort you have dedicated to creating your masterpieces. This year, 236 entries were received and displayed, including 130 Section 1 entries, easel works, 52 Section 2 entries, works on paper, 36 Section 3 entries, three-dimensional and fibre works, 18 Section 4 entries, digital works. What is wonderful to see is that 138 of the works entered this year are by local Gladstone regional artists. What is also impressive is the 25 artists who've entered the Young Emerging Artist category. It is great to see such enthusiasm on display by the next generation of talented artists. Thank you to everyone for attending tonight and to all the artists who are eagerly awaiting for the winners to be announced. The wait is almost over, and I wish you all the very best of luck. So without further delay, it gives me great pleasure to declare the 49th Rio Tinto, Yarwun and QAL Martin Hanson Memorial Awards officially open.
Thank you, Councillor Davis. At this point, we would normally ask Martin Hanson's daughter, Elizabeth Zeno, to speak, but unfortunately she's unable to attend tonight. Elizabeth and her husband Leo have, however, sent a message expressing how sorry they are that they weren't able to make it. They ask that their congratulations and best wishes be conveyed to all the artists who shared their work with our community, to the generous sponsors who've made the exhibition possible, to the dedicated gallery and museum staff and volunteers, and to Gladstone Regional Council who make Gladstone's magnificent gallery and museum available for the event. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce Kyle Weiss, our judge for 2024. He's safe so far, there isn't any lynching mob after him yet, but he's a writer and curator with a long-standing engagement with not-for-profit and artist-run spaces. He's currently the acting curator at the University of Queensland Art Museum and curatorial officer at the Redland Art Gallery. Along with independent curatorial projects, he was curator at Metro Arts, a committee member of King's ARI, and with the long-term collaborator Simone Hine, co-founded and co-directed Screenspace, Beam Contemporary and Kuiper projects. Please welcome this year's judge, Kyle Weiss.
Well, thank you for the introduction, and thank you to Auntie Patricia Coleman for the welcome to country and the other speakers. So first, I'll continue and keep thanking people to start with. So I want to thank, of course, the staff of the gallery and particularly Claire and Bobby for making my trip here such a pleasure. Yeah, I mean, there'll be a lot of thank yous tonight, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come, but it really does take a lot of people, passion, and resources to make an art award like this happen. And the community support for this event is a testament, I think, to the great work they are doing at the gallery. And the support is evident in the turnout tonight and at the other events, and the many local artists in the exhibition, but also in the remarkable array of prizes generously sponsored by local businesses and individuals. So I have the privilege tonight of awarding a kind of astonishing 17 prizes, with further prizes awarded by public vote. And that's the one kind of I'm always most interested to see is to see what the public votes on. I think it goes without saying that I'm humbled and excited to be here in Gladstone to award, to judge and award the prizes. This is actually my first time in Gladstone. I've lived in Queensland to the north, in Cairns, and to the south in Brisbane, of course, where I currently am, but there's a lot of Queensland between those two places, and it's been wonderful to see some of this area and also to get to know the area through the art in these awards, in which local artists, as the councillor mentioned, are very strongly represented. There's some truly awesome vistas of nature and industry in the parts of Gladstone I've seen over the last couple of days, and that's also reflected in the works here. There is an overwhelming interest in the local environment and wildlife, landscapes and waterways, birds and sea creatures, But alongside this, the region's industrial history and its workers also appear in several works, emphasising the importance of both to the region. I'm, of course, only scratching the surface of the works with that sort of general observation. And the interesting thing isn't necessarily the themes and topics that the works share, but they all have such a unique contribution in their approach to these shared themes. An exhibition like this can kind of be pretty overwhelming when you walk into it with so many works and ideas and styles, and it's sort of hard to know where to look when you first come in. I think a lot of visual experiences today, notably our reliance on phones, are based on sort of rapid glimpses and swiping and scrolling. But a great thing about exhibitions is that they demand sustained looking rather than distracted glances. So exhibitions ask you to slow down, to linger on the details, to stop and consider the labour that goes into each work, and to try to connect to the meanings or emotions that the work communicates. So the opportunity to spend time here over the past couple of days really has been a pleasure and a privilege for this reason. So each time I walk through the gallery, the works reveal themselves more. And of course, the more time I spent here, the more the works unfolded before me, and my task became increasingly difficult. So, there are so many great works, and many works I found captivating that will miss out on prizes tonight. But an enormous thank you, and the most important of thank yous, as the other speakers have indicated, is to all of the exhibiting artists for sharing their work with us. And, well, I'm sure you're keen to get on with the awards, so I'll hand it back to Bruce.
Thank you, Kyle, for your insights into the 49th Rio Tinto, Yarwun and Queensland Alumina Martin Hanson Memorial Art Awards 2024 exhibition. We're very pleased to have you here with us. Thank you also for the tremendous job you've done in engaging with the community and in judging the awards for us. Now we move to the presentation of the awards. I'm going to invite the sponsor to come forward to present each award, and our judge, Kyle, will announce each winner. We're going to start with Section 4, Digital Works. And without any further ado, I invite Councillor Simon McClintock to come forward and help present Section 4 Digital Works third prize. And the big announcement from Kyle.
Okay, Section 4 Digital Works third prize goes to Thomas C. Chung, as far as I could see. Thomas, and I'm going to talk a little bit about every work, just to give a bit of insight. So Thomas's work is almost like a moving painting with its singular, unmoving perspective. The work uses a digital technique to create a view that wavers between reality and fantasy and invites a meditative gaze on its sublime landscape. Unfortunately, Thomas isn't with us tonight, so I'm not sure.
Simon, you'll have to hang on to it. I now invite Josh Ahrens, Partnership Development Manager at CQ University, to present Section 4 Digital Works second prize.
So Section 4 Digital Works second prize goes to Kerry Lockwood, Little Falls. Little Falls, as its name suggests, presents a tiny waterfall at odds with the usual grandeur of waterfall photography. But its diminutive scale creates a beautifully intimate scene that draws you in to its miniature world and finds wonder in the everyday. My note here is that Kerry might be here. Yes.
I now invite Holly Trethowan, Community Events Lead from Gladstone Entertainment Convention Centre, to present Section 4 Digital Works First Prize.
Section 4 Digital Works First Prize goes to Kate Kurok's Anamorphism. This inventive animation uses the possibilities of painted animation to emphasise the transformative nature of the moving image, in which we can vicariously habit alternative lives. As a bit of a cinephile, I couldn't resist this one. Unfortunately, Kate is based interstate and is not attending.
We now move on to Section 3, Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works. Invite Linda Bailey from Ray White Gladstone to present the Section 3, Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works third prize.
Oh, sorry. Section 3, Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works third prize, it's a lot of threes, goes to Daniel O'Hanlon, Urumpi Honey Ant by Gunga. There are a few works in this exhibition which use recycled metal. All of them are remarkable in their own way, with an imaginative use of parts and a striking contrast between the hard metallic surfaces used to create the soft forms of the creatures. But I was struck specifically by Daniel's work and its transformation of scale, making this tiny ant into an enormous creature.
I now invite Scott Wickman, Acting Chief Executive Officer and General Manager Network from the Gladstone Area Water Board, to present the Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works second prize.
Thank you. Section 3, Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works second prize goes to Bina van Heften Liminal. Bina's subtle and thoughtful work carefully considers its materials and their sustainability, and it draws the viewer into the process of botanical printing. Uniquely, the work leaves its dyed fabrics unrolled, frozen during a moment of their production, leaving us to wonder about the prints they contain. Congratulations.
Now invite Richard Howard, Executive General Manager, Safety and ESG of Gladstone Ports Corporation, to present the Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works first prize.
Section 3, Three-Dimensional and Fibre Works first prize goes to Christine Holden, Plastic Palace. Like Bina, Christine pays careful attention to the materials used to make the work. Her incredibly intricate work transforms single-use plastics into a mesmerising sculptural object. The work's overt critique of plastic has a particular resonance amongst the many scenes of nature depicted in this exhibition which are threatened by human consumerism. Congratulations, Christine.
We go on to Section 2, Works on Paper. Again, I'd like to invite Councillor McClintock to represent 4CC and present the Section 2 Works on Paper third prize.
Section 2, works on paper, third prize goes to Alex O'Neill, Morning Salutations. It's amazing to me this work is watercolour on paper, portraying previous prize winner Ben Van Heften. The work radiates joy, and specifically the joy of nature, which is no doubt. As such, it taps into a key theme of the exhibition as a whole. Congratulations.
I invite Mariana Radinkovic, Gladstone Manager of Central Apartment Group, to present the Works on Paper second prize.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, sorry, I thought we were, yeah, just kidding. Section 2, works on paper, second prize goes to Susan Head, Annual General Meeting. The work is just behind me here. I was immediately drawn to this work and its subtle colour palette. It makes an effective use of a mixed media technique to bring to life the abundance of the ocean, blended via the restricted colour. There's also, though, a visual ambiguity to the work with the spotted fish underlying the image, looking at first like a fishing net. Congratulations, Susan.
Now invite Brad Cordingley, Facility Manager, ConocoPhillips Australia, to present Section 2, Works on Paper, first prize.
Section 2, works on paper, first prize goes to Mackenzie O'Brien Mackerel. The young and emerging section of the exhibition from which this work where this work is exhibited includes some fantastic work. Mackenzie's work is specifically remarkable for its mesmerising detail. I was lost in its intricate and repetitive ink marks, inspired by their subject, the humble mackerel and its vast swarming schools. Congratulations.
We now move on to Section 1, Easel Works. I'd like to invite Scott Wickman, Acting Chief Executive Officer, General Manager, Network from Gladstone Area Water Board, to present the Section 1, Easel Works third prize.
Section 1, Easel Works third prize goes to Norman Fraser, Industry, Diligence, Hard Work. Gladstone is a place of heavy industry, and Norman Foster's layered image of industrial architecture uses its restricted colour palette and its combination of lines and abstraction to effectively capture the monumentality and intensity of this. Congratulations, Norman. I have a note that Norman is a maybe. Is Norman here?
Now invite Gail Sellers to present the Section 1 Easel Works second prize.
Section 1, Easelwork second prize goes to Catherine Borum, A King Emerges. All right, yeah, that's good. Borum's striking work dramatically contrasts its foreground subject, a kingfisher, with an abstract, messy background. Realism in painting sometimes submerges the unique properties of the paint, but here both are embraced. The artist finds in this contrast an idea of the self and the struggle to find order amidst chaos, and the work communicates this clearly. Congratulations.
For Section 1 Easel Works First Prize, I invite Nigel Clements, Site Manager, Gladstone for Queensland Energy Resources, to present the award.
Section 1 Easel Works First Prize goes to Fiona Markson, East Point, Facing Island. The beach scene in this work is given a slightly unusual element by portraying an ad hoc structure attached to a pandanus. The scene and its type framing captures this as a place of familiarity, a place lived in and loved rather than just a view. It's a memorable and thoughtful depiction of a subject that's commonly painted. Congratulations.
We move on now to individual special awards. And to start, I invite Councillor Karen Davis on behalf of Deputy Mayor Natalia Muscat to present the Installer's Choice Award. Now we'll see whether the judge got it right.
Well, this one wasn't just up to me, but the Installer's Choice Award goes to Jessica Stapleton, the architects. I can't speak on behalf of the team who voted, but I was also struck by this remarkably intricate work and its use of materials, painstakingly recreating a pair of olive-back sunbirds in their nest out of paper and card. Congratulations.
We come now to the Local Artist Award. Again, I invite Scott Wickman from the Gladstone Area Water Board to present the Local Artist Award.
The Local Artist Award goes to Ping Carlion, Muscles and Brushstrokes number 6. The work obviously shows great technical proficiency in its realism. The work, with its muscly figure rendered in delicate brushstrokes, subtly asks us to reflect on dominant ideas of beauty and gender. Mostly, though, the work is about family. The unusual framing of the work with the partially obscured figure communicates the interplay of both connection and distance that occurs when we live apart from our family. It's a touching work realised with great skill. Congratulations. Yes, I.
We come to the local Murray Artist Award, sponsored by Elizabeth and Leo Zizzino, and I invite Pete and Carol Zizzino to make the presentation.
The local Murray Artist Award goes to Callum Grant, Baronic's Dinosaur Jewel. The work was a surprising one to me when I first saw it, but it demonstrates a real joy and a sense of play, combining toys, handmade sets brought to life with stop-motion animation. The film harkens to classic cinema, and specifically the stop-motion work of Willis O'Brien, who brought dinosaurs to life in the 1925 film The Lost World. And this film would later influence Phil Tippett, who worked on Jurassic Park. But Callum's work nods to this history but adds a unique spin. In some way, the work seems very straightforward, but there's a deftness to the editing that demonstrates a potent visual literacy. And of course, the work is a lot of fun. Congratulations.
I now invite Mrs. Barbara Greenwood, on behalf of Multi-Trade Building Hire, to present the Peter Grunton Memorial Young Emerging Artist Award.
The Peter Groin Interwood Memorial Young Emerging Artist Award goes to Lainey Burville, The Gravy Boat. This work immediately grabbed me. It's one of surprisingly few examples of still life in the exhibition, and an investigation into patterning as much as the gravy boat at its centre. The artist, in her statement, sees its morphing and distorting forms as an analogue for the way we each see the same thing from a unique perspective. And for me, the reflections of patterning in the work, its play with perspective, produces a striking contrast of order and disorder. Congratulations.
It's now the turn of Claire Robinson, curator of our art gallery and museum, to present the Pamela Whitlock Memorial Acquisitive Award.
The Pamela Whitlock Memorial Acquisitive Award goes to Jeffrey Head, Bottle Top Tinsel. This work effectively connects us to the childhood memories of the artist by combining a range of techniques, including image transfer overlaid with oil, stencils and collage. The work is specifically based on the artist's childhood memory of finding discarded milk bottle cap pressings and using these as decorations. As such, the work connects us to more than just nostalgia, but to valuing that which might be discarded and to making the most with the resources we have at hand. Congratulations.
So you're all still here, eh? And there's only one award left to announce. It's time for the grand announcement of the winner of the 49th Martin Hanson Memorial Art Award. I'd like to invite Dane Linforth, production manager at Rio Tinto Yarwun, on behalf of Rio Tinto Yarwun and Queensland Alumina, to present the winner of the Martin Hanson Memorial Art Award.
The overall winner of the Martin Hanson Memorial Art Award goes to Gordon Lister, Acknowledgement of Country. Many of the works in this exhibition take landscape and wildlife as their subjects. Gordon Lister's work represents both, but crucially the work ties these to humanity, describing the ancient connection between First Peoples, this land, and the creatures that inhabit it. This is rendered onto canvas with discipline and precision, and the work slowly unfolds before us as we trace its complex lines. Often representations of landscape and wildlife separate these from humans as something apart from us. But Gordon's work acknowledges that this landscape and its wildlife have been entangled with human cultures since time immemorial. This generous work gives us all a glimpse into these ancient and ongoing connections. Perhaps also, this work enables us to imagine new futures that learn from this and be inspired by the care for kin and for the world around us that this work embodies. Congratulations.
Auntie Patricia will accept on Gordon's behalf.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Auntie Patricia will accept on Gordon's behalf.
Thank you to everyone for being part of the 49th Rio Tinto Yarwun and QAL Martin Hanson Memorial Art Awards. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, sponsors, guests, and massive congratulations to all you winning artists. Tonight's recording of the Art Awards will be uploaded to the Gladstone Regional Art Gallery and Museum Facebook page and website so that you can revisit and see it all again. A reminder that the QAL People's Choice voting is open, so make sure you cast your vote, and only vote once. If you wish to purchase any of these amazing works, gallery and museum staff will be at the front desk to assist you. A reminder that any purchases will be ready for collection once the exhibition closes on January the 25th next year. Please take time to also visit this year's Our Priceless Past exhibition in the museum room in the front gallery. It's on display until the 16th of November. Light refreshments will now be served downstairs. Please join us. Thank you for your attendance and good evening.